Hi, my name is Kate Peterson, and I'm the Undergraduate Services Librarian at the University of Minnesota Libraries. Welcome to this short introduction on searching PubMed. So PubMed is listed on the library homepage, lib.umn.edu, and you can see it's listed in our highly used databases box right there. So PubMed is an example of one of our medical databases. So it's a subject-specific database, so you are only searching medical journals, but you're searching health science journals, nursing journals, pharmacy journals. All medicine is really big, but you are searching just sort of that one big discipline or field. The other thing to keep in mind about PubMed is that if you go to pubmed.gov, you can see on this site, anybody can go to it and search it. What you want to do though is go to the University of Minnesota Library homepage and click on PubMed, because then you're connected to the full text if we have it available through the University of Minnesota Libraries. Okay. When you do a search in PubMed, I've done a quick search here, like college students and sleep. One thing to keep in mind is that even if you're interested in a lot of medical topics, some students really do want to search the medical, the health science literature. And if so, that's great. PubMed is a great tool. If you wanted to search for a topic like, I don't know, a global pandemic, you're going to find stuff in this database, but keep in mind the audience is really going to be doctors and nurses and healthcare professionals. So they're going to be advanced articles with a lot of jargon, medical jargon in them. Something like a global pandemic, you can also find articles that talk about that in probably almost all of our different databases, whether it's education or business or communication studies or other things like that. So that's just something to keep in mind about medical topics overall. The last thing I want to mention about PubMed and searching the medical literature is that it is tricky, and there are a lot of different ways to do it in a really advanced way. We have a whole library full of health science librarians who do this all the time and help doctors and nurses and medical professionals to get the most out of their searching. That's not what this introduction is. It is just meant to be a brief introduction. So keep that in mind. If you have any questions, we can always help you, but I'm just giving you a couple of tips and tricks for searching it, not the whole thing that is searching the medical literature. All right. Back to college students and sleep, you can see we found about 1,600 articles. Right now, you always want to take a moment and figure out, why is this first article listed first? It is listed in the order it says by best match. So it's trying to be kind of a relevance ranking for us. So that might be useful, but you can also change it to most recent if you're interested in that order. And you can see that this first article is from 2017, 2018. So it's sort of mixing up the order here. Over on the left, you can see you can narrow down again by specific date range. You can also narrow down by specific article type. So these article types are really specific to the medical and the health science literature. One thing to keep in mind is that they do have things called a meta-analysis or review or a systematic review. These are articles where the authors have taken a bunch of articles and written about the themes that are in those articles. So if you're interested in an overview of the research on a topic, they can be a very good source of information. The other thing I want you to show you is that you can also do a more advanced search if you have a better idea of what you're searching for. So in this case, I am searching on college students. I put my phrase in quotes. So it's going to be searching for the phrase college students now that it's in quotes. And then I've just thrown in my other keywords, sleep. And specifically now I'm interested in the role of stress, or what research have doctors and nurses and the health science people been doing about college students and sleep and stress. So you can see I have a very small search here, 160 articles, so it's very relevant and very narrow on my topic. If I scroll through, and maybe let's just look at this first one here. When I click on it, I'm going to get a lot of interesting information. So here's all of my article information. Here's the abstract. The abstract is the summary of the article. You can read it to decide if you want to look at this article more. It's then giving us some similar articles. So that's really helpful to do related research. Or if I scroll down a little bit more, it says cited by 9 articles. So these articles are using that original article in their bibliographies. So again, it's a really great way to find related articles that are more current than the one that you're looking at. And if I scroll all the way down, I next get these things called MESH terms. MESH stands for medical subject headings. And these are really cool, and you can add them, click on them, or do more, add them to your searching. And then if I just scroll all the way down, you can see I don't get to the full text of this particular article. Instead, in PubMed, what I need to do is look for these full text links. And usually you want to look around for the maroon and gold Find It button. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. When I click on that, what it's doing is it's opening up a new tab and connecting us to the University of Minnesota Library homepage and directly to this article. So then you can click on these blue links to get directly to the full text of the article, or sometimes there's going to be a link that says download PDF. Any of those are going to work and they'll get you to the full text. There also might be other things like this thing that says Elsevier full text article. You can go ahead and click on that as well. They should kind of take you to the same place, but definitely just remember to look for that maroon and gold Find It button. And lastly, another thing that PubMed can do is it can create the citation for you. So I'm going to click on that cite button. Here's the citation. One thing to keep in mind, though, that the default setting is here. It says format NLM. That stands for National Library of Medicine, because that's what a lot of health science professionals cite their sources in. You probably need to change it to something like MLA or APA, and then you can copy and paste it and use it in your assignments, in your works cited, or in your bibliography. If you have questions about using PubMed or anything else that I've talked about, remember you can always go back to the library homepage and click on Chat with a Librarian 24/7. Thank you.